What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, man. Today I'm going to be reacting to Joshua Wisseman preparing chicken peri. Let's see what this guy has in store. This guy is a white guy. I want to see how he's going to make that shit. Yeah, let's see, boys.
If there was a world championship for grilled chicken, or really just any saucy chicken, I would say this one took first place.
Which one, Uncle? Maybe they carry last now.
Peri chicken, one of the most incredible grilled chicken, just chicken recipes, period. But it's also gonna be served alongside a beautiful, fragrant, spicy, deeply flavorful jollof rice. So this is kind of
jollof rice.
And if you want sides,
let's see what's up.
And of course, a little vibrant, citrusy salad to have on the side. You pick and choose what you want to make, but at the end of the day, this is about peri and jollof. So let's
jollof rice,
shall we? I don't have peri chilies. Really sorry. Not everybody will be able to find them or get them, so I've got a myriad of peppers that will work either way. So we have, first, Fresno chilies. If you don't have Fresno chilies, you can use red jalapenos. If you don't have red jalapenos, I don't know, add in another bell pepper. We have red Fresno chilies, 4 of them, 3 Thai chilies, which are a little more ripened, and then 1 large red bell pepper. So the Thai chilies, I'm leaving the seeds in because I want their spice, and you're just gonna slice those relatively thin. We're gonna blend all this anyway, so if your cuts aren't perfect, it's gonna be all right. Now for the red,
if you're going to blend it, how are you cutting it?
Bottom off, and then quite literally just cut around the edge, just removing that center guy of seeds. Cut across, and we're just gonna cut it into rough, sort of square rectangle things, about an inch or so. The top part you can cut too, don't you worry, we're not wasting any of it. Bottom part too. Okay, for the Fresnos. Now, depending on how spicy you want this, you can leave the seeds in, you can leave the seeds out. I'm just gonna leave them in because I don't feel like taking them out. But you can use the same technique you use for the bell pepper for the Fresnos. Be sure to cut the stems off. We don't want those either. We're just gonna slice that into sort of 3rd-inch rings, assuming you're not taking the seeds out. Now we have half of a red onion. That's gonna get sort of a rough dice, I guess. And we have 10 cloves, 10 of peeled garlic left whole. You don't need to peel them. All right, we have a large stainless steel skillet. You know I love stainless steel. So about 2 to 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, canola oil, some sort of oil, avocado oil if you wanna spend the money. So heat that over medium heat, and once that's hot, veg is gonna go in. That's a good sound. A little salt to taste. Add in 2 bay leaves. It's gonna bring out some of that moisture. It's gonna help it cook. Give it a little toss to coat in the oil. And you're just gonna saute that, stirring occasionally, for about 4 to 5 minutes or until the vegetables are super soft. To know these are done, they should have a little bit of color on them, little spots of char, caramelization, you can see them in here. And also, of course, the vegetables should be extremely soft. When you drive a spoon through it, it should cut right through. It shouldn't feel super crunchy anymore. Now, at this point, all you need to do is add our spices and let them toast. 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of dried dill, 2 teaspoons of dried thyme, and 1 teaspoon of coarse ground black pepper. Reduce the heat just a little bit. And you're gonna toss this all together and just let those spices bloom and toast for about 30 seconds to a minute. Now, all this is gonna go directly in your blender, yes, including the bay leaves. Now this is optional, but you'll notice you have all this flavor in the pan. You could always put a little splash of water in that pan and scrape up all those burnt bits, all those toasted spices, all that concentrated flavor, and also simultaneously clean your pan a little bit. Yeah, you like that? This is honestly an expert level move right here, right? Then you take a little spatula, pour all that concentrated sauce in there. It's already kind of halfway clean, and the flavor went in there, not in your sink. Into there, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of lemon zest. If you wanna maximize the zest you're getting out of a lemon, do this. Start at the top, thumb, and you close your arms all the way around. Rotate, close, rotate, close. 1 lemon is gonna yield you about a tablespoon of zest. And then on top of that, I want another 1 to 2 tablespoons of juice. These are small lemons, so I'm gonna use both of them. We got 2 lemons. Got a little juicer. Ugh. Now, we're gonna add 2.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, just to balance everything out, you know, add sugar sweetness. Lid on. So
you're doing fine, but I don't know about the sugar.
As high as your blender, blend until as smooth as possible, and then you're gonna blend in a 1/4 cup of avocado oil. Now, at this point, it's essentially done. If you want this to be always perfectly smooth, never separate in the fridge, etc., I would recommend adding a tiny little pinch, like 1/8 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. You can get this at a lot of grocery stores like Whole Foods, specialty stores, on Amazon, but you can also leave it out, it's fine. But if you're gonna add it, make sure you're blending on high and sprinkle it in while blending. Woo, spicy. Taste it, add any extra lemon juice or salt if you feel it needs it. Otherwise, move on to the next step. Now, optionally, if you want your sauce extra glossy and perfect, you can pass it through a fine mesh strainer, or in this case, a chinois, to get it as smooth as possible. Then let that cool completely and keep refrigerated or use immediately. We're gonna marinate our peri-peri chicken. So I want you to put only a cup of your sauce in here. It's gonna leave behind about a quarter cup or so we can drizzle it on top of our bowl or chicken or whatever. That way we have just a little bit of sauce left behind for after. Then you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of miso. That's a light miso. Whisk together until as smooth as possible. Now the miso is not traditional. You might be wondering, what the hell? Yeah, it tastes really good. Now you're gonna add 4 beautiful chicken leg quarters. What is a chicken leg quarter? It's just the chicken leg and the thigh still attached like this. Now you're gonna toss these, just rub them down. Make sure you get under the skin with the sauce.
Coat them well, coat it very well.
Fingers dirty. At this stage, you can cover with plastic wrap, leave it in your fridge to marinate overnight, or you can use it right away. It's up to you. The longer you marinate, the better they're gonna be. But there is a time limit because it will eventually go bad. Well, it's time to grill. Our grill has a 2-zone heat setup. That means one side is hot, the other side is cold. All the coal base is on one side. Make sure it's greased. Now add a touch more salt just before going onto the grill. Then add your chicken skin side down on the hottest part of the grill. Grill that for about 2 to 3 minutes. Flip and grill the other side for another 2 to 3 minutes. It's okay to get some nice char, that's actually desirable. Brush both sides with whatever remaining marinade is in your bowl. Then move that to the indirect side,
smoke.
cover and close the lid, and cook until the internal temperature reaches about 185 Fahrenheit or 75 Celsius, about 20 to 30 minutes. At this temperature, it's gonna be nice and succulent fall apart. Now, optionally, if you want, by the time it's done, you can totally serve it as is, or you can brush it with a little bit of extra marinade, if you have any left, and pop it back on the hot side to grill to get a little extra char and crispiness on the skin. Remove from the grill, let it rest for 5 minutes, and serve with the rest of your jollof rice and whatever sides you have. This is my take on a West African style jollof rice. I don't want to get into the conversation of the jollof wars at the end of the day. There are many recipes, but the number one thing that comes down to making a great jollof rice, great technique. So you're gonna start by charring 4 large red bell peppers. You can do it directly over a stove. You can use a blowtorch. You can also put them in your broiler. Just need to get them totally blackened. Now, once they're blackened all over like this, you're gonna transfer them to a large bowl, cover with plastic wrap, and just let that steam for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then take your plastic wrap off. You're gonna take a damp paper towel, pick a pepper, and then quite literally, you're just going to rub off the charred bits as much as possible. But honestly, it doesn't need to be perfect. If you leave a little bit of char in there, it's fine. Just do not rinse these under a running sink. Ever. When you rinse these, you wash them off of their natural oils. You also lose some of that flavor. You're basically washing flavor off of it. Just wipe them down. If they don't come off perfectly, you're fine. So once you've peeled these, be sure to remove most of their seeds. Maybe some water on the inside. Be sure to remove most of their seeds. Then pop into your blender. Repeat that with the rest of your bell peppers and add to your blender. Then we have 4 Roma tomatoes cut in half or quartered, depending on how big they are. If you cut them in half, they blend a little easier. But I mean, hypothetically, you could leave them whole. Half of a red onion, remove the stem.
Why is he not using a lot of onions? You should use the onions should be a lot. You should at least like 2 onions, man.
Bonnet peppers, seeds and all. Take the stems off, put them in. If you can,
onions is very important for that aroma, and you know that aroma. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be too spicy.
That onions are too small, man.
Well,
use like 2 whole onions.
Sauce, which is already gonna dilute it, and then it's gonna go into rice, which is gonna dilute it further. It's just giving a little bit of heat, just a little. Now you're also gonna add about a 2-inch knob of peeled ginger. You peel it with your knife, peel it with a spoon. Pop that in. Lid
No
on.
garlic.
You'll probably need a plunger for this. One of these.
You did not add garlic to it now. You should add garlic to it too, bro. A garlic clove, at least like 2 or 3 garlic cloves is gonna be good.
Oh, we have our beautiful, luscious liquid, but now we need to reduce it just a hair so it's more intensified flavor to then go into the rice. So you're gonna pour this into a somewhat large sauce pot. This is about a 4-quart sauce pot. Turn that on to medium-high heat, bring that to a boil, then reduce to medium and simmer. And reduce until the volume of this reaches 1.5 cups. So we have officially reduced
dry out.
our sauce. Yeah. Smells good, smells tomatoey, peppery, rich, a little bit of that charred flavor coming through. Now we move on to making our jollof rice. A little bit more vegetable work. Our other half of the onion that we did not use.
This guy is stingy with onions now. Guy, Mr. Joshua, what's wrong?
Dice. Voila, beautiful. And then 4 cloves of peeled garlic. You're just gonna rough chop. Honestly, just flat into the knife, bang. Run your knife through just a couple times. Doesn't need to be perfect. Now, moving on to our pan. So this is a 5-quart saucier pan. Not a lot of people have them. You could do it in a 5 to 6 quart saute pan. You can do it in a 5 to 6 quart pot, okay? 1/3 cup of neutral tasting oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, peanut oil, avocado oil, medium heat.
Fry.
Once this is hot, I'm gonna add in my onion. Oh my God, it's so much oil, it's too much oil. Shh, sweet. along with your garlic. Toss. Now, add a touch of salt. We want to pull out that moisture. And this part is a crucial step. You need to cook this on medium heat, stirring often until the onions are not just soft cooked, but have a little bit of browning to them. That could take about 4, 5, maybe even 6 minutes. Now we're gonna add in 6 ounces of tomato paste, which is really just one of those small cans, in, and then just stir that in, let that emulsify with the oil. The goal here is we wanna cook this tomato paste way, way down. I want it deeply caramelized. So once that's incorporated,
and also the taste of the tomato paste must be out of it when you cook it. You have to cook it to the point that it's not gonna taste like a tomato paste.
Absorbs that oil. Leave it at medium heat. This is going to be reduced. 1 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 tablespoon of curry powder, 4 blocks
Maggi
of any chicken bouillon. This is Knorr chicken bouillon. Really, really important because MSG. 2.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Stir it together and just let that toast for like 20 seconds. We don't want to burn the spices. You just want them to get fragrant. You want it to fill your house with like a goo goo gaga smell, you know? We're going to deglaze that with our reduced pepper paste. Stir together. Then we're gonna add 1 cup of water and 2 cups of chicken stock. Stir that all together.
You can also use beef stock if you want. It doesn't have to be just stick chicken stock.
Perfectly, beautifully homogeneous. Increase your heat to medium high, bring that to a boil, and then you're gonna add 4 cups of white rice, more specifically basmati rice, that has been completely...
Bro! Nobody they use basmati rice to cook jollof rice, so why you gonna use basmati rice? This guy, that recipe was going good until you mentioned specifically basmati. You're supposed to use normal parboiled rice, not basmati rice to cook jollof rice. So no, don't use that. Totally unacceptable, bro. The recipe did not change. Use normal parboiled long grain rice. Don't use basmati rice, please. So I'm imploring you guys, or else I will come and fight you.
Rinse of its starch. And to rinse it, place your rice in a bowl. Cover with water, agitate with your hand, carefully drain so you don't lose any rice, and repeat until the water runs clear.
Basmati rice is crazy, man. Why you use basmati rice? Why not be biryani? Biryani, you know, use biryani, use basmati rice to prepare biryani, bro. What is that? They vex me.
Let it get to know all these beautiful liquids in here. Make sure it's evenly distributed across the whole pan. Extremely important. You don't want like a clump of rice over here and then nothing over here. So now you're gonna add 2 bay leaves. Make sure they're submerged well so their flavor gets extracted. Let that come back up to a little bit of a bubble, a little bit of a slight simmer. Right now I'm on medium heat. And you're gonna cover the pan, cover with foil, and then cover with a lid to create an ultra tight seal. It's not like 100% seal, but it's just capturing more moisture. It's gonna help it cook a little bit better. Reduce the heat to medium-low and cook that for 25 minutes.
That's essential. Essential. Plantains is essential.
So you'll need 2
large
plantains, ripe. You're gonna peel them and then slice them about 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch diagonals. I got about a 1/3 cup to a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, canola oil. Heat that over medium heat, and once it's ripping hot, you can always tell if you add a little piece of plantain, just touch it. It's starting to sizzle, but I want it a little more violence. I'm gonna wait a few more seconds. You see how it's moving around the pan? It's just a loosey-goosey. She's ready.
Cast iron.
You're gonna add your plantains in batches so you don't fully overcrowd it, right? I want 1 layer. 1 layer. If you can fit them all in, great, right? Large cast iron skillet can hold many things. We're frying these over medium heat. Let those fry just until they're nice and brown, a little crisp on one side, about 2 to 3 minutes. Flip and repeat on the other side.
Exactly.
Brown like this.
Yes.
Put them aside on a paper towel to
Perfecto with salt.
Oh
yes.
Now that it's been cooking for 25 minutes, reduce the heat to low and cook for 5 to 10 more minutes. Now comes the moment of truth. If you've never made this before, or you don't do that often, this is a scary moment. Rip it like a Band-Aid. It's either or it's perfect. Yes! Bang it! It's absorbed all those flavors.
This is biryani, man.
Nice and
I'm unacceptable.
So take a spatula, just work your way in there. Look at that, dude. Beautiful, fluffy jollof. It's fragrant. I smell the basil.
Maybe Ghanaians used to use basmati rice to cook jollof rice, so because Nigerians we don't use basmati rice, bro. Ghanaians, Ghana jollof with this.
I like that. I think that's good. I get underneath there and scrape that up because that's crispy goodness. Look at that. See that? Nothing wrong with that. That's the best part, in my opinion. It's essentially done.
Put some butter.
You can take about 3 tablespoons of butter, unsalted, cut it into tiny little cubes, and you just toss those bad boys in there, and very gently and carefully fold it in. You don't want to smush the rice. You want that butter to melt and kind of enrobe the rice. This is not really that traditional, but God, it is good. Just do that till it's evenly distributed, and melted. Now look, the two stars of the event is the jollof rice and the peri peri chicken. Both can be made at the same time or separately, it doesn't matter. But if we're assembling a whole beautiful plate here, we're gonna include a nice lightly dressed salad just to give us some greens to add on to the plantains, right? It's like starch on starch and chicken fat. Like, let's get some veggies. So I have some light butter lettuce. We're gonna add a touch of flaky salt, a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin, half of a lemon juiced, and then you're just gonna give that a light toss. Coat it thoroughly, make sure everything's nice and dressed, and we're ready to
Let me see.
Pile up a generous mound of your beautiful jollof rice. Add a chicken leg quarter to
Two
each
chicken.
plate,
Don't
and
be
of
stingy with
course,
your
bring it
chicken
together
too.
with your salad and
I
your
mean,
beautiful
at least like
plantains.
maybe like 10
Something
pieces
about
of
when you see a
plantain, 10
plate
pieces of
look like
plantain.
that makes the human brain go, I want to eat that. I'll stop talking. A little chicken, a little bit of rice. In the world of grilled chicken and rice, I feel pretty confident saying this might be the best chicken and rice dish of all time. It's ridiculous. You've introduced similar flavor profiles on both the chicken and the rice, right? You got lots of peppers in both, and yet they're distinctly different, but because of their similarities, together they just, it's like a
Beautiful
marriage.
symmetry.
And then of course, these beautiful, fragrant, slightly sweet, slightly tart, fried plantains. They're starchy. They don't add like a ton of richness. They actually kind of cut the richness in a weird way. But speaking of cutting the richness, the salad brings in a lot of acidity. It's gonna wash your palate out. It's gonna refresh.
That salad is not salad enough.
For another bite of chicken. But
You did not
even
put
without it,
mayo,
this is pretty balanced
you did
as
not
it
put
is.
lettuce,
It's top
you know.
tier. You got a lot of recipes in this one video. You pick which one you want to make. But
I mean, the plate is fanimorous, yeah. I mean, I will manage it. I will manage it, you know. I will manage it. But I will manage it. But that's not like I'll just manage it, sha. I'll manage it, you know. The basmati rice is a huge problem for me, and the salad is not salad enough. The salad is supposed to be cabbage, you know, green, what do you call it? Mayo. What else again? Eggs. What else again? Corn beef. You know, like the salad is not salading enough, but we'll manage it now. Now we Igbo guy, so he tried. I'll manage it. At least I'll eat like maybe like two plates, sha. Just manage it.
I think the best version of it is with everything. Subscribe, love you, bye.
I'll manage it, sha. I'll manage it. Thank you for watching the video, man. You know, I'll see you guys soon, man. It's your boy SDK. I remain TLW, the legend, man. I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you.